Alright, everyone, we are here, the final week of Season 3. My name is DemonBattler, the coach of the Vegas Golden Sirnights, and unfortunately, unlike our inspiration, we are not going to advance into the playoffs this year. However, we are okay with that. We are currently 3-5 with a -6. If we can make one more win to finish off 4-5, I will be happy. If not, oh well, we did really well with what we had, and I am very proud of our team. So, this week we are facing off against the LA Clodsires. They are coached by yelseW, also known as Wesley, and they are currently a 4-4 team with a -2 differential. So, they're actually a pretty solid team, and if I remember correctly, they are actually fairly well established enough to reach the playoffs either way, I believe. So, unless we end up making a big differential win. So, with that being said, we're going to have some fun with this. And for that, I need my inspiration. Oh yeah, now we're in for it. So, this is what we are looking at as the opponent's roster. A lot of scary mons here to worry about. We see Chien Pao, which is generally a dangerous threat overall, one of the biggest threats in Scarlet and Violet overall. Latios is here as a really good offensive Pokemon, and pretty quick as that. Iron Moth is here to basically make Tapu Koko a bit more concerning, as well as the fact that it is Terra as a captain, so God knows what they can do with it. Azumarill is there as a big bulky water type that also has access to Belly Drum. Ferrothorn is a very bulky defensive Pokemon and can be a royal pain in the ass. Crocodile is there with Intimidate potentially, as well as the fact that it's a dark type and a ground type. It provides a lot of good coverage against us. Xurkitree, which is a fairly slow electric type, but it can make some waves if we're not careful. Grafaiai is there. I don't know necessarily if Grafaiai is going to actually do much, but we have to pay attention to it just in case. And then rounding out the team, we have Braviary and Dusclops. Now, this means that we are unfortunately, just like Iron Valiant, going to be dealing with Dusclops twice this season. But at least this time, we have a better idea of what this little shit can do, and as such, we're going to plan a little bit better around it. Now, with that being said, this is the team I'm expecting him to bring. I expect him to bring Chien Pao because of the... I believe it's Sword of Ruin is its ability, which will reduce all of our Pokemon's attack stat. And honestly, between that and it being super quick and super strong, I could see it being a good wall breaker. Latios is going to probably be in there, potentially as a Scarfmon, I'm not too sure. Iron Moth, I feel like, is going to be the primary Terra Captain, with Dusclops there as bulky support, and potentially a left field Terra Captain instead. And I expect Ferrothorn and Xurkitree to be there for basically physical defense and general punch, respectively. Now, this is where my team comes in, and let me tell you, we have come up with some crazy shit to come up as a solution to this problem. And I don't necessarily mean that we have come up with an insane team, per se, but rather the philosophy of my team building is a bit janky. And you're gonna see what I mean in just a second. You're looking at this correct. My entire team is special. I've decided that as a best way to avoid all the big problems on his team, Chien Pao's Sword of Ruin, Dusclops' Will-O-Wisp, Crocodile's Intimidate, we can clear all those problems out at once if we have no physical attackers to speak of. Is it crazy? Hell yes. Is it probably gonna flunk? Yeah, probably. But this at least gives us a fighting chance to not have to worry about the main problems he's got going. So, let's go point by point. First up, we have Richter showing up for the first and only time this season. Seismitoad with Water Absorb, with max HP, 200 defense, 60 special attack, with the Assault Vest. So, pretty much about as bulky as you can get. With Icy Wind, Scald, Earth Power, and Sludge Wave. This is not only going to give as much possible coverage as we can, but with Icy Wind, we could potentially get a little bit of speed control going as well, which would be nice. And honestly, Scald and Earth Power, I feel, do well enough on their own fronts. And Seismitoad honestly has a fairly decent special attack stat anyway, so it's not necessarily like we're sacrificing a whole lot here. Same thing with Coco, our Tapu Koko, who's in with the Terrain Extender this time to maximize the Electric Surge. Max special attack, max speed, with Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, U-Turn, and Taunt. Taunt is there mostly to deal with any kind of hazard potential or setup. Specifically, I see Taunt being a good way to kind of deal with Dusclops, and then afterwards we could get a solid Thunderbolt off on it. And next up we have Luna, our Cresselia, who is carrying the leftovers with Calm Mind, Moonblast, Ice Beam, and Psyshock. Max HP, max defense, 8 special attack. Again, basically going straight into the bulk slash max max coverage. There we go. And then we have Helios, who is carrying the weakness policy, Terra-type Ground. So this can help deal with Circuitry. This can help deal with what's the other? This could deal with Sliverwing, or Iron Moth, I believe is the name. I don't know, I'm drawing a blank right now. But anyway, I figure there's a good chance we'll still survive a hit if as a ground type, even with a super effective hit, with max HP, good defenses on both fronts. I feel like we could get a nice special attack boost off of that. And then with Flash Cannon, Terra Blast, and Flamethrower, we're going to have good coverage, and Stealth Rock is there to kind of chip away at some of the big threats. Then we have Ecclesia, or Togekiss here, who is with the Bolt Nature, with the leftovers. 248 HP, 160 defense, 100 special defense. Nasty Plot, Aura Sphere, Dazzling Gleam, and Air Slash. Aura Sphere is there basically as a Chien-Pao panic button. We should be able to live any one hit off of Chien-Pao if need be. And honestly, if after we get set up, we could probably hit Aura Sphere and nail anything that isn't named Dusclops. So that'll be pretty nice. And then finally we have Albaz, our Iron Jugulis, with max special attack, max speed, timid nature, carrying the expert belt. It is set up to where when he comes in, he's going to get the speed boost off of Quark Drive, and with Charge Beam to give a quick boost to its special attack. Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, and Air Slash should be enough to deal pretty good damage to pretty much everything on his team, I believe. So I have faith in our team to actually do pretty well. Do I expect us to win? Hell no. But you know what? We're gonna meme, we're gonna have fun with it, and we're basically going to create chaos at the end of the season. So, we're gonna go straight into the battle. Good luck, everyone. We'll see you on the other side. Alright, here we go. And looking at the team, well, it looks like we're pretty damn accurate. It looks like Grafaiai is here except for Dusclops. And I think that's about it in terms of wrong. Wow, I have to be honest, I'm actually, looking back at this season, I'm actually kind of surprised how accurate I've been for the most part for team planning. Alright, so with that being said, let's see what he's got. Who's a good starting mon for him? honestly, I think Ferrothorn is probably his beginning mon, because he's going to want to set up Stealth Rock. So I think a good choice would be... Honestly, I think a good choice here would actually just be to start with Helios. So we're going to do that. So we start with Helios, he starts with Crook. Okay. And he did not proc Intimidate, which means he's probably going to be Moxie, which means there's a chance that he could be Scarfed, which, if that's the case, we have to be very careful there. Unfortunately, this is actually a really bad start for us then. But, assuming he sets rocks, that's whatever. But if he goes straight for an attack, I think Ecclesia is our best choice. So we're going to switch into Ecclesia, close combat. Okay, we're okay with that. And I'm fully expecting him to switch now. So we're actually going to Nasty Plot. There's Iron Moth, okay. Fire Poison. Iron Moth can definitely hurt a lot, but I think Air Slash. I think we could do enough damage with Air Slash to actually matter. Let's see. We have Ecclesia, Iron Moth. We'll assume the offensive method. Sludge Wave would not be enough to kill. And at a +2 special attack, Air Slash wouldn't be enough to kill either, but it would be enough to do a lot of damage. So I kind of want to go with that. Let's see, does Ecclesia actually do anything specific here? To be entirely honest. Aura Sphere specifically deals with Chien-Pao, but Chien-Pao might still be able to outkill anyway. Fuck it, let's go Air Slash. Sludge Wave did a lot, unsurprising. And Air Slash missed. Oh, you have got to be shitting me. Oh, that is just brutal. Okay, Ecclesia, when we get home, you're going to the eye doctor. Alright, so I'm expecting another Sludge Wave. I think we switch into Helios. So let's switch Helios in. We're immune. Now we need to decide how we're going to do this. I'm expecting him to switch back into Crocodile. So the question is, do we just go for it? Do we just go for it and Terra Blast? Honestly, if we do, it hurts everything on the team, on his team, except for... It actually hurts everything except for Latios, and I don't think Latios is going to come in, so... Fuck it, we ball. Let's see what we got. He's definitely switching. There's Crook. Ooh, that actually did kind of a lot. Not as much as I was expecting it to. We're going to assume choice Scarf. Terra Blast should do 44 to 52. Everything shows that we should actually win this race. Not speed-wise, obviously, but... I say we go for it again. Well, actually, wait. Does actually... Flamethrower does 50 to 60, 59. So I say we go for Flamethrower. As long as he doesn't switch directly into Latios, Flamethrower is gonna hurt. There's the Latios, okay. Unfortunately, this is where we get into a bit of trouble. So now the real question is, what the hell is Latios gonna do here? He could drop a Draco, but it ain't gonna do a lot. Psychic isn't gonna do a lot. I kind of want to... Honestly, Helios is okay at the moment, but I kind of want to set up rocks. If I set up rocks, then Qianpao takes chip damage, Moth takes chip damage. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that. Energy Ball. Oh, you just... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, buddy. Energy Ball. Energy Ball. Let me set that up, because I want to make sure... I want to make sure we don't screw this up here. 60 to 70. Wait a minute. That did not do as much. Latios is not specs. That's why. Let's assume Scar. 40 to 47. And at a +2 special attack, Flash Cannon kills. Actually, wait, does it? No. Flash Cannon does not kill. But it does a lot still. Let's go for it. We live the Draco. Oh, that did not do nearly as much as I thought it would. Okay, so it's... Well, okay, so number one, it's not Scar. It's not Choice, obviously. Is it Assault Vest? Assault Vest. 45 to 53. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay. I kind of want to go... The scary thing is now I don't know what else he's got. Ecclesia's the obvious choice here. He might switch into Draco. Or, he might go for Draco anyway, just because he's faster. If he goes to Energy Ball, then so be it. But well, no. Ecclesia's not fast enough to deal with Qianpao anyway, so we're gonna do that. And Psychic is probably... I think Psychic will probably be enough to take us out. 32 to 38. Yeah, we're probably not going to live that. But we'll Dazzling Gleam. See if we can survive. Oh, wait! Iron Moth. Okay. That's still too much for us. This is a problem. Iron Moth specifically is a big problem for us. And because the Sludge Wave, I actually can't... Well, okay. Let me think about this. Does Helios specifically do anything at this point? I don't think so. I'm kind of okay. As long as he doesn't use this turn to set up, I think we can sack Helios off. Just don't set up. There's the Sludge Wave. Okay. Helios, you did a good job. Thank you for that. And now we have to decide how we're going to do this. Iron Moth with Sludge Wave is actually really scary. Okay. I think Richter's a good choice. We're going to go into Richter. And let's see, how do we want it? I'm fully expecting the Earth Power to kick in. Like, he's gonna switch, probably into Latios. So, Icy Wind, honestly, Icy Wind might not be a bad idea. just to get a little bit of speed control as well. So let's go with that. Let's go with Icy Wind. Oh, that... Okay, the good news is, if we would have lived that, I guarantee you that Icy Wind was gonna be big. Unfortunately, that... Oh, that hurts, actually. How much energy ball? Damn. Damn. So even with Assault Vest, that was not going to be enough. That was guaranteed to kill. That's a rough one. Okay. I don't know what the hell this thing's move is, because it's not choice. And it didn't proc with booster, so... Honestly, I'm going to switch into Luna. I think Luna's our best bet here. Now the question is, what do we want to go for? Do we want to go straight into... Do we want to go straight into Ice Beam? Ice Beam does 31 to 37. That's not enough to kill. Okay, let me think about this. What is Chien Pao's power? How much would... Crunch would not do... Crunch should not be an automatic kill. But Moonblast, after a +1, should do a lot... Should be enough to kill after... Okay, we're gonna call mine. Crook. Okay. I was not expecting Crook. Let's see. So we know it's got leftovers. We're gonna get rid of the item. It's just leftovers, so... Ice Beam should be enough to kill. Crunch can do about 40%. Moonblast does more? Moonblast does more. Yeah, we're gonna go with Moonblast. Darkest Lariat, that's okay. That didn't do as much as they would have liked. Okay. And Chien Pao should still, unless Chien Pao is banded, then Crunch should not be enough to kill. And we can at least get some major damage off here. Now we just got to see what yelseW wants to go into. And the big thing is, he has to go into a physical attacker at this point, because otherwise Luna is just going to be too monstrous, bulky, like special defense-wise. So I fully expect Chien Pao to come out now and cause trouble, or potentially Grafai to come in and do something with Prankster, but... Alright, there's Chien Pao. Defense. Oh! I messed that one up then. I thought it was... I really thought Sword of Ruin was physical attack that got dropped. You know what? That's okay though. 51 to 59, Crunch. Assuming it's not banded. 75 to 89. If he's banded, we die. If not, Moonblast takes him out. He has to be banded. He has to be banded. He has to be Bandit or he has to be Adamant. One or the other. Well, actually, wait. No, he has to be Bandit, because even Adamant's not enough to do that. Okay. Actually, that's not that bad, though, because I believe Ecclesia will live a crunch. Dazzling Gleam will kill. Aura Sphere absolutely kills. Aura Sphere actually... Well, okay. The problem I see specifically is... Well, actually, no. Ecclesia is a good choice. He has to be Bandit. If he's not Bandit, I will be shocked, but he has to be. And honestly, I just want to Air Slash. Air Slash will do a lot as it is. And if he switches into pretty much anything that is not Ferrothorn, or if he switches into Ferrothorn, it does decent, and then we could just Aura Sphere him back. If he switches into Iron Moth, that should be enough to kill. If he switches into Jet, that should, again, hopefully be enough to kill. So we're going to Air Slash. He's going to live that. Okay. He stayed in. I'm actually kind of surprised he stayed in. But the fact that he used Crunch again, that tells me that he's absolutely choiced. He's absolutely Bandit. So, we're going to switch to Coco now. He's going to Crunch again. It's not going to do a lot. Ooh, that actually did a fuck ton. Wow, that actually really did a fuck ton. I'm shocked. 33 to 39. Hang on. No, that's Chip Pot. Choice Band. 50 to 59. Oh, man, that's actually really bad. Okay. Let's see. Albaz. Crunch does about half. God damn. We should be faster, though, after that. And Flamethrower does a lot in general. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, but we're going to have to switch to Albaz. Tank a hit. We get the speed boost. That Crunch does a fuck ton, but we're good. We should be good. So now the question is, do we just flame... How do we do it? Let's see. Flamethrower will pretty much screw everything up that isn't Latios. And Latios... I'm pretty sure Latios is not Scarfed. So we're just going to Flamethrower. Let's see... We got the burn. That does not actually matter, but... Okay. The question now is... I don't think he's faster. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure... You know, no, wait, no. He's not Choice. He's not Scarred. What am I thinking? Honestly, do we Charge Beam? Hang on. Latios. Charge Beam does 7.9 to 9.6. Let's Charge Beam. Are you shitting me? He... Oh my god. That was the absolute lowest possible roll. Dude, we just got boned. Oh my god. Yeah, that's game. That's game, because Chan Pao literally comes in and just crunches everything to death. Oh my god. And he lives on 3. Son of a bitch. That's game. GG. Dude, that really sucks. I mean, granted, I will admit part of it was definitely because I messed up on the ability, but honestly, considering the fact that there was still the potential of Will-O-Wisp and there was still the potential of Intimidate, I still think I had the right choices in mind. Sword of Ruin honestly kind of screwed me there, but there wasn't a whole lot I can do there. Honestly, a mass defense drop alone is already something that's really tough to deal with, so. That being said, we actually took 2 Mons down, so I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead, we'll get into the locker room and discuss postgame. Well, unfortunately, this is how the season ends. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. Unfortunately, Wesley came out on top, and it was a 4-0 curb stomping. A little bit disappointed, but you know what? The season still ended up pretty good, and honestly, I'm learning that there are certain types of playstyles that I just do not mesh as well with as I would have liked. So, good to know that for later. Moving on to the weekly MVP. Honestly, this was a really tough decision to make just because of the fact that all of the team kind of did a lot of good, even though it didn't really amount to much. But in the end, I have to say Ecclesia was probably our winner. The reason was because she actually surprised me with Qianpao. Granted, we knew Qianpao was banded, so clearly they weren't going to be able to go and get an ice attack off right off the bat, but Ecclesia actually managed to eat a couple of crunch attacks and actually did pretty good damage with Air Slash. Admittedly, I am kind of wishing that we had just gone Aurasphere that turn and said, screw the consequences later, but, you know, that's Coach's error more than anything. That being said, Ecclesia did miss that very important Air Slash earlier, and honestly, as a result, she is definitely going to the optometrist this weekend. So, but nonetheless, we had a good season, and next week's video is not going to be a playoff run, as normally would be if we were actually going to advance, but instead, we're going to have our season recap. And we're also going to have a bit of an award ceremony of sorts. I'm going to figure out exactly what I want to celebrate there. Admittedly, compared to last season, this season did not have as much in the way of success, both in the actual battles and in individual performances. So, we're going to have to see what we come up with there. But, needless to say, this season definitely did not pan out as I had hoped. But that's always the luck of the draw. And you know what? We'll see what happens next season. So, with that being said, we'll catch you guys next week for the recap. Have a great night.